Morning all. Not a great deal on for me today, to be honest. Um, if we look at daily candle confirmation strategy, there's a fair few trades. There's one on Euro US dollar that looks really enticing. Um, I'd like to try and, where I can, I like to try and do daily candle confirmation plays on swing levels. The reason being is that the third candle, which would be in this scenario, it'd be the bullish candle here. The third candle draw and liquidity that we have, which is something I'll get into over the course of the course lessons. But that's something that's quite a strong liquidity draw, and also the swing level put in here is quite a good indicator for basically like a change in direction of trend. So, for example, typically when you see a swing high or swing low, rather, you'd then expect price to continue pushing upwards. The only reason why I'm not going to look to get on this play is because it's been so bearish recently, and I want to trade with the trend. I want to get everything in my favour that I can, and I feel it's just a little bit too much of a gamble. Obviously, that is a really clean swing low, but yeah, because it's such a bearish trend, I'm not really looking to get into any longs there. I don't really feel that's my sensible play. But there is one that's a kind of a similar play on USD CAD that I will be looking at. Only concern is that at half one we have three lots of high impact news for CPI. So yeah, that's going to have a fairly substantial effect on the market. And to be honest, it's not the biggest move in the world for a trade. So it's about 30 pips. So yeah, it's not necessarily ideal. That high impact news could well easily move the market by more than 30 pips. So um, I'm going to proceed with caution, but yeah, I'll see what opportunities are given in the time frame. Anyhow, so USD CAD, we have a similar play in that we have the first candle, middle candle, third candle. You'll notice that there is a swing high in place. So with that swing high, that then suggests that we're going to have a little bit of bearish momentum continuing. And the reason why I don't mind getting into this is because we're basically stuck in a little bit of consolidation. It's not, since mid-December, it's not really been bullish or bearish at all, which is why with an indicator like that, I don't really have as much qualms getting into that. It's not like I'm fighting against a particularly bullish trend. So yeah, certainly one I'll be looking to get into if I can. So we've still got prior day low in place. That's the bottom of the wick on the third candle. Then we've got the low from Monday in place. So all I'm looking for price to do is come up, retest the low from Monday, have a reaction, and then come down, take the low from yesterday. So we've actually had Asia session highs taken already. Again, so Asia session between midnight and 5 a.m. So we've got the high put in here at 2:40 at half two, which we've then cleared at 5:15. So you can see having a little bit of reaction after taking the Asia high. But I wouldn't be too surprised, to be honest, if we come down and look to tag these lows. Yeah, so we had a low put in at half four. So I wouldn't be surprised if we come down and tag these lows. We might then come down and take the low from yesterday. If we do, then the trade is not valid anymore. If we don't, obviously it still is. So what, in a perfect world, what we'd have is reaction, come down, take the lows. And to be honest, I probably want quite a high move past the daily candle confirmation level. In reality, what I probably want is a reaction off the level, then another reaction up, and then for it to give way and then give my move. The reason why I'd want that is because then that would allow me a much wider stop loss to come down to here and tag the lows from yesterday, as opposed to having a tighter stop loss around here. So say something like this happened, where it came up, had a clean reaction off that, then gave my entry there. If I had my entry there, with the 1-to-1, it's giving me wiggle room up to, well, 8.5. Whereas if I did get an entry up here, for example, gives me much more wiggle room with my stop loss. Gives me much more wiggle room with my stop loss, which means in the event of the news, I could hold quite comfortably throughout the news. But yeah, this is all playing pretend, playing predictor, which I'm not necessarily looking to do. So yeah, I'll just hold fire. If it gives me an entry, I'll check what the time is and check to see if it's likely going to get impacted by news or not. If it is, I'll leave it. If it's not, then we'll be good to go. But yeah, that's everything that I've got today. To be honest, I've only got the one trade that looks decent on USD CAD. There's a handful as well. Similar story to Euro USD. We've got another one on Aussie dollar, US dollar. But again, I'm not looking to fight a trend like this. So yeah, I'm not particularly interested in it, to be honest. But yeah, that's everything. Have a good day, folks. In a bit.